Hello everyone and welcome back to Victoria 2, playing the historical project mod, and this time instead of Austria, which we just completed, or not just, it was a while ago, but we completed Austria, so I was thinking, what should I play next? And the most reasonable thing for me was, who are Russia's rivals, and can I play one of them? And the obvious one is, Prussia is the main Austrian rival at this age. But before that, with the whole siege of Vienna and everything like that, the Ottoman Empire, the sick man of Europe, seemed like the ultimate choice. So let's play some Ottoman Empire. And Ottoman Empire, as I mentioned before, was the sick man of Europe around this time as well, with a heavily outdated army and, no technology to speak of. Speaking of technology, I think I'm going to take ideological thought to begin with. And, a population that barely can read. It's only the top 9.6% of the population that can read. So first of all, we're gonna fix the problem with people not being able to read. And I'm surprised that Albania is the second most populated state in all of Ottoman Empire. You'd figure that maybe Thrace or Thrace, how do you say that? Or Ankara would be, the heart of Anatolia, would be the most populated, but I guess Albania has a lot of provinces in them. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5. 1, 2, 3, 5. Trakia here is a bit smaller. Trace or phrase. I don't know how to say it. I always call this Adern. I don't know why, but Adern. Sounds cooler than whatever else it could have sounded like. So first of all, beyond what I already did first, I'm going to disband most of the irregulars. I'm probably not going to take all, because I might need some of them. I still need some troops, and I don't have an economy, really. I have a lack of an economy. So I'm going to disband these, and try to send some reinforcements here, because I started a war with Tripoli, and the one thing that I like with the Ottoman Empire is that you start with a hell of a lot of satellites and substates. So you start with this guy, satellite, this guy, satellite, these 4 as satellites, these Kurdish states as satellites. And then you start with these 2 as substates. I guess these are substates as well. Even though these ones are in Russia's sphere initially, but I think we're gonna manage to fix that at some point. But yeah, I'm gonna call these guys in to the war, and they will help me with Tripoli, because I'm not gonna shy away from making my allies do all the dirty work and then taking all the profit for it. It's their fault for joining in. They had no obligation to. I would have kicked their ass eventually, but they had no obligations to. I'm gonna take away the cuirassiers, or some of them at least, because, they cost a lot of money, and I don't really have an economy whatsoever. And, come to think of it, they don't actually cost that much money, so that was stupid of me. Either way, I'm gonna take away these guys as well. And here's some guards. The guards, though, cost a bit more, but artillery is by far the most costly of all the things. But yeah, this should be fine for now. I might transport over these guys to Tripoli. I'm gonna break away from this fight as soon as I can, and then try to mount some sort of successful counterattack, if possible. Or just let Tripoli take care of it for me. So, these things are important. I will cut down on navy maintenance, and hopefully the economy will straighten itself out. So let's get going with it, shall we? So I could take money. I might need money. Though that will hurt Samos. Or if I do this, I will get improved relations with Samos. So, I'm gonna take... and I get Christian oppression. Hey, I was just giving you money. This is how it must be. And I will keep crisis locked until 1870. Also because, one of the most common crises is Greece here. What should I call it? Unfaithful Greece, I guess, for departing from my glorious empire. Wanting, the former possessions, whatever that means. I'm just giving everyone in this conflict here access to my country. But see, just because all of this was, has been Greece for for ages doesn't mean you have the right to own it. This is mine now, Greece. Get off. I did manage to win one victory, and the Tunisian army under the Bay of Tunis, whoever that is, they have no leader. Oh, well, that's great. Speaking of leader, I don't have a leader either. Do I have any leaders? I do have Omer Vrioni. So I don't care about the prestige yet. I'm just gonna put you here. What the hell? Okay, I think I'm gonna have to do this while paused because he got... Yeah, now he went over here. And I have to take another prestige hit. There we go. Make a counterattack. Come on, you can do it. I believe in you. And it's pretty good that I can pay the army and at the same time promote all these other things without really any problems at all. Come on, win! Yeah, it's a good fight. Soon they will want to be part of my country again. Let's see. 6%. There we go. And follow them. Annihilate them. They're just called Arabs. Their army is simply called Arabs. That's a bit boring. Just, you know... I don't know much about Northern Africa, but all of these seem Tuareg, Maghrebi, Bedouin. They don't see... Are Bedouins Arabs? I guess it could be. I don't know. I'm not gonna pretend to know either. Either way, the Tripolitan army is destroyed. Tripolitania will be absorbed into my glorious realm. And everyone rejoices. Speaking of rejoicing, actually I have nowhere where this is going logically, but either way, Egypt here, I have noticed, have a tendency of starting a war with me. So I might have to call upon my mobilized armies to deal with it. So with that in mind, I'm gonna leave most of Europe up to these 12,000 men here. Who are Bosnian, it seems, or Serbian, Bosniak, Serbian, yeah. Serbo-Bosniak army here. That will probably deal with that pretty well. I don't expect anything to happen over here. Because I don't think Austria is gonna be prone to attacking anytime soon. In fact, I might be the one attacking them and destroying Austria. Oh, it would be pretty cool to take Vienna. That might be one of the goals. I don't know. It might be one of the goals. Well, I want prestige. So rather than taking the jingoism, I'm taking the prestige. And I've never really seen these Kurdish states survive very long. I think they will have events that will, you know, give them to me. So I'm looking forward to that. Oh yeah, I have Kuwait as well. I didn't know that Kuwait existed, you know, before... I guess... Did Kuwait exist for how long? I mean, I know they exist now, but I don't know how long they have existed. Oh well. It is there, it is part of my country, sort of. I look forward to getting another... I have Basra still, so I have a port here to the Persian Gulf. Which means I can deliver all my oil and stuff at some point. Whenever the oil shows up. Tripoli, Tripoli, Tripoli. They will not accept this offer. This is what I hate about, you know, fighting in the desert and stuff. It's just costs so many men. These are... I'm gonna have to disband this entire army. There are Maghrebi soldiers from Benghazi. So they're local soldiers from Sirte, Benghazi and Misrata. Who barely have population to sustain themselves, and yet they have to raise an army to defeat these Tripolitanians. I think they know better than me. I do start with a fairly big population, even though it is very diverse. I mean, we have Greeks and Turks and Bulgarians and Albanians, Serbians, Mashriki, others, surprisingly big group of others, Armenian, Kurdish, Bedouin, Bosniak. So, you know, it's very diverse, very multicultural, and also a lot of different dominant issues. Jingoism for military is the primary ones. You know, I was very tempted at some point to mod this game in my own little way by removing all diseases, because I hate when diseases show up and kill all your people. It is really infuriating. Now you gotta be willing to surrender, right? Well, I think they will when this god thing, when it falls, they will be willing. Or so help them all. Turkey does start with a fairly big fleet. I think I have more. No, that was their fleet. 25 ships is not too shabby at all. And it's, you know, a lot of man of war, some frigates and you know, a couple of trip transports just cost too much to sustain. But given Ottoman Empire's strategic location, having a strong fleet makes a lot of sense. I just can't afford it. They have mismanaged their empire, and I have to bring it back up. And the literacy is slowly increasing. It's gonna take a long time for it to be fixed. So let's go with a bit of increased speed. I'm gonna have to reform my army as soon as the war is over, you know, as best as I can. Though I don't think I can really do much. I can add some more artillery and stuff. Replace the last sort of irregulars that are lingering around in my armies. That's pretty much what I can do. Come on, Tunisia. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. There we go. Come on, please now surrender. Please surrender. Oh, they would not accept. Oh, God. Well, I'll take some liberals. I don't think it really will matter. No. This is with, you know, having 20% extra liberals, and it just went kind of like that. So I have a max like, yeah, 18% liberals. Everyone else is conservative. Which makes it hard to pull through some reforms here. Well, how much work doesn't do I have? Shouldn't be that much. Nope. Nothing. At least not now when I took that event. It does lower it with 2% or 2 exhaustion points. Well, I need all the intellectuals I can get, so I can spare losing even 2%. Even though I think 2% of 0 is 0, but still. Coronation of Queen Victoria, that means Hanover is free to be sphered by Prussia. And Germany is closer to becoming an actual thing. Good for them. Now finally, they're willing to surrender. And Tripoli has fallen. Okay, let's try to reform this army. And they will gather in Istanbul, but no, actually, let's do it in Ankara, the current capital, or, you know, contemporary capital. So with this in mind, it's gonna do some... Yeah, some infantry, and then some artillery as well, and a couple of cavalry, and then add some more infantry, and then another artillery. There we go. I don't think that 45,000 men is a bit too much in one army, considering the supply limits here. I think they're fairly bad. Yeah, 20. Gonna have to divide it up into much smaller armies, probably in the 15s or something. But it's a, you know, I can build 3 armies at the same time and then just divide them up. So that will be pretty alright, I hope. Hopefully no one will complain about that. And these will still remain Army of the Danube. I do like when they get their own name. Army of Anatolia, Army of Silistria, Army of Arabia. Ooh. Oh. Ooh. They are satellites of Egypt. At least Hejaz. So by extension, I have even more power. Yeah. I'm surprised though that Egypt is not in my sphere, but a bunch of other things are. So I'm gonna try to put them under my sphere. Seems reasonable enough. Oh, well, I guess they didn't like my attempt to put them under my sphere. Egypt has been effectively independent for some time, now that independence has become all too apparent and Ottoman mastery over the Orient is threatened. Either we must take steps to rectify the situation and assert our dominance once and for all, or admit to the world that our power is little more than an illusion. There are those who feel that a peaceful solution is possible and that the Egyptians might better serve as powerful allies than as implacable. Is it implacable or implacable? Implacable enemies. But that would require us to surrender our chains to Egyptian lands as well as an affront to Ottoman pride. See, the risk here is that all kinds of silly people are gonna join in against us. Because this could be ugly. But I can't let Egypt go. Thank you all for joining me.